Iran delivered a secret message to Donald Trump, and it was a fatal message, and Donald Trump went silent shortly thereafter. You'll recall that just 24 hours after Donald Trump met with Netanyahu, and while Netanyahu was with Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, Donald Trump wanted to be a tough guy. So Donald Trump called state regime media, which calls itself Fox, and he said, "I am going to blow up the effing S word out of Iran. I'm going to blow them the F up. You wait and see." So Iran responded, and they said to Donald Trump, both through private communication channels and through actions, "If you do that, we are going to teach you a lesson. We know your strategic petroleum reserves have been depleted. We know that your precision munition stockpiles, bye-bye, are depleted. You want to see our capabilities, Donald?" And this was the message that Iran sent. "We control the Strait of Hormuz. You can have CENTCOM claim that you control it, but you don't. Try to get a tanker to leave, Donald, through the Oman South route. Let's see what happens. We control the Bab el-Mandab Strait. We'll let some tankers go by for now, but we could shut that down at will. You saw what the Houthis were able to do with multiple Saudi Arabian tankers in the past 7 days. Yeah, we could do that at will if we want to. And wait till we activate our capabilities in Somalia." But here's what Iran said as well. "Which port city should we hit, Donald? How about we hit Egypt?" And it wasn't just one ship, which we reported yesterday, that we now know that Iran struck in this port city of Egypt. Iran struck 2 ships in this port city, and it was part of a message that Iran was sending to Donald Trump. It was also part of a message that China's foreign minister Wang Yi has been sending to Rubio. You do not have the cards, Donald. Yep, in the Egyptian Mediterranean port of Damietta, not 1, but 2 liquefied natural gas ships were hit very hard by Iran. And people were like, "Oh, who hit these ships?" The U.S. wanted to make it very quiet, but people obviously in Damietta saw what was going on. And we now know through this New York Times article what we were suspecting. Top Iranian officials told the New York Times that we did this to send a message that at our will, Iran will be able to escalate and bring this war to port cities beyond the Hormuz Strait, beyond the Bab el-Mandab Strait, that the Iranian drone capability, the FPVs, the Shaheeds are here to stay and back the hell down. Now, Donald Trump, after saying that he was going to blow.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a video that is getting a lot of attention online. The video says the tension between the two countries are becoming more serious. It also says the strong warning we are sent behind the scenes. That is speaker's opinion, and many of these claims have not been confirmed. In my opinion, when two countries continue to trump each other, everyone becomes worried. The biggest losers are usually ordinary people. War bear war. War hurts families. War damages the economy. War makes life harder for millions of innocent people. The speakers also believe that one side wanted to show the military strength without starting a bigger conflict. Whether that is true or not, one thing is clear: when powerful countries exchange threats, the whole world pays attention. Many people worry about oil price, many people worried about the world trade, many people worry about peace. I think every country has the right to protect these people, but at the same time, leaders should always try to solve problems through talks before using force. Peace always better than war. Another lesson from this video is that we should careful with information on social media. Many videos are very big claims. Some are truth, some are only opinion. That is why should always check fact before believing everything we watch. At the end, I hope leaders choose peace instead of conflict. That world already too enough problem. People want safe homes, people want stable jobs, people want a peaceful future for their children. That should be main goal. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this topic? Please share your opinions in comment. Let's continue.
Pastor of the Term Bro on Donald Trump Part 3. Roll the clip.
They never talk about when it comes to his man, his results. Did you know what we just did with Venezuela? You know, yeah. Well, I've been saying for years, all you got to do is start fighting a war against these drug dealers and they're stopped. So he decided to do it. Did you know that after they took the president and flew him past the Statue of Liberty, that they went back to the Venezuelan government and said, "Now we're going to start bombing you until you let those 800 pastors out of jail that the Venezuelan president put in jail." This is the type of stuff this man is doing in private. So men who have wisdom, we know this. People who watch reality TV, they don't. Because they on social media just looking up stupid stuff by stupid people all day long. These people don't even know how to do research. They just go with somebody put a video, Trump is a racist. That's right. He's a racist. Okay. You keep believing that. So again, that's just 1%. I just taught a whole message on showing them, you know, him and Elon Musk, that for all your viewers, I dare you to go on doge.gov, doge.gov, and look at the things that they canceled. You won't be able to get through February of last year without being offended. Well, how many was it? 200 and no. In the first 6 months last year, they canceled 10,400 contracts. They canceled 10,400 contracts that they were using with your tax money to fund. You know what one of them was? How to study turning rats, how to make them transvestite. Is it transvestite? What's the word? Transgender. Yeah. They canceled about 6 contracts alone where they were spending, one was $33 million on how to turn an animal gay. Would you like to know another one that they canceled? They were doing a study on how to study the menstrual cycle in men. I don't even need to be the Christian to understand that this is stupid. I don't even know if Satan knew that they were doing that. This sounds like some foolishness y'all came up. So yeah. So
Satan like, y'all gonna be on.
Yeah, y'all on another level. He in school. He said, y'all taking me to school. See, so here's the thing, is that if you put Donald Trump in the Old Testament, when God uses judges to judge wickedness, he's perfect. But the problem is, I mean, they don't study the Bible. Well, I don't like some of the stuff that he says. Wonderful. God doesn't like a lot of the stuff you say. And see, what I did this past Sunday, what got me in trouble is I went to them and showed them. I said, the Bible says not to curse the king. The Bible says to pray for those in authority. The Bible says not to buck up against authority like that. So you think anybody that's talking about Trump is actually praying for him? No, they're not. They're just talking about him. They believe what the grandmother said and what the Democrats say and anybody else say and the Republicans say and the independents say and the cousin who's smoking weed thinking an expert on political affairs. You can't even pay your bills on time and you worried about somebody running the White House.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about a video that has created a lot of discussion online. A well-known protester gave a strong message about racism, respect and faith. His message has simple. He said that no person is better than the other because of the skin color. He also said that every human being is created by the God and deserve dignity and respect. Whether we agree with him or not, I think his words have started an important conversation. In my opinion, racism is not a political issue, it is a human issue. Every family, every community, and every country is affected when people judge others by race instead of creed. The protester also talked about history. He reminded people that many African people suffered gently during severely millions loss of their freedom. Families were shafted. Many innocent people suffered from generations. History cannot be changed, but history can teach us important lessons. I believe learn history help us avoid repeating and same mistakes. Another things that catch my attention has this message about the Christianity. He said he's someone truly follow Jesus, then they should love all people, not just people who look like him, not just people their own community, but everyone. Personally, I think this is message that goes beyond religions. Kindness is something every person can understand. Respect is something every person has deserved. Today social media makes is a very important hate people we do not even know. People quickly judge, people quickly attack, people quickly divide themselves into groups. But very few people actually stop and listen. That is one of the biggest problems today. I also believed we should never judge the entire race because of actions of the few people. There are good people in every country. There are also bad people in every community. Character is an individual choice. Race does not dictate wherever someone is kind of cruel. The protesters also change people who stay silent when they see racism. That made me think. Sometimes silence allowed problems and to be continued. Speaking respectfully against hate is not creating division. Sometimes it is first step toward healing. Another important point is that respect must go both ways. Every community wants fairness, every community wants cruel community opportunity, every community wants safely. Thus are not special requests, thus are basic human hopes. In my opinion, America becomes slowly when you people work together instead of consistency. Consistently fight each together. Political leaders will always disagree. People will always have different opinions. That is normal in a democracy. But hate should never become normal. Respect should never become the person. I also think schools, family, and the communities all have an important role. Children learn by the watching adults. If adults teach respect, children unusually learn respect. If adults teach hate, children often learn hate too. That is why every generation has a responsibilities to choose a better path. The protester also said something I really kind. Like we said people should build bridges instead of works. I think what that is powerful message. Building bridges means listening. Building bridges means understanding. Building bridges means testing people fairly even when you disagree. We do not have agree on politics. We do not have to agree on every issue, but we can still respect each other. I believe that is how real process happens. At the end of the day, people will remember how we treated one another, not that race we wear, not that political party we support, but wherever we showed kindness, honesty, and compassion. So, my opinion is simple: rejected racism, rejected hatred, rejected violence, respect every human being, judge people by their actions, not by their skin color. That is kind of society I hope we continue building. Thank you so much for watching. Now I want to hear your opinion. Do you agree with the protester message about the equity and respect? or do you see the differently? Share your thoughts in the comment below. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.